Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last episode of our side quest into Heated Rivalry. We have made it to episode 6. Um, so, however much that I love Heated Rivalry, I'm really kind of glad that we're coming to the end now because it's starting to turn more into work than it is into a real passion of mine. Um, so
Oh,
I'm glad to get back to some of our usual programming, and I'm excited for our new listeners and our new watchers to see what we kind of do on the reg. We're going to the cottage. Are you ready?
oh my God, I'm so ready.
Yes, I've got my boys with us. We've got the boys. Which was an anniversary present from my husband. Is behind me is some topless in towels, Hudson and Connor. Best husband
Yes.
ever. Okay, cool, great. So let's start off. Kate, give me your initial feelings, your thoughts. How are
Okay.
we feeling going into this episode?
I have not I have not messaged you about anything, but obviously
Mm.
yesterday we were meant to record yesterday and last night, and I watched part of it and my daughter's not been feeling well, so we had to reschedule. That's fine. But I have not said anything to you about any single at all. Not
Yeah,
any of
you've been
it
really
from the
good.
entire time, but this time I went, "Oh, I have to wait till I have to finish it tomorrow, but I'm so excited." Or I don't remember my exact words, but it was basically like, "But I am enjoying it. I am looking forward to this." Um, because
How far did you get in? Can I ask into the episode before you had to stop
um,
it?
I got I can tell you because it's kind of about where my notes sort of stop because when I put it on today, I just watched it. I was like,
Oh my god!
I
Do you
just
know what? I can't be mad at that.
I was like, I haven't written anything down. I was just eating and then I eating my tuna melt. I had a tuna melt
The
in
tune
honor
about.
of
I'm
it.
so proud.
Yeah, it's great. Because since you mentioned it, I've been like, oh man, that sounds so
I'm really
good.
craving the tune about. That's so
Yeah. I made it in my air fryer. It was awesome.
funny.
So I think my when they were eating burgers, they were eating burgers. I
Oh,
think that was
okay,
we
okay,
got a
yeah,
decent way into it, but not enough. And I was like, I can't give this my full attention as my daughter's not
yeah.
letting me.
Probably like a quarter of the way in, I guess. I
Yeah,
would
I
think
think
so.
it was. I think I had 37 minutes left or
Oh,
35.
wow. Do you know this
It was
episode, honestly, it's like a lot slower, but still, I'm like,
a
it
lot
can't be 30
happens.
minutes in. There's so much in here. Yeah. Okay, well, let's
Yeah.
start at the beginning because you were saying last week, do we get any more Scott and Kip? And I was like, I can't tell you that. And obviously, the episode completely opens on Scott and Kip.
Okay, so what's wild is how I was telling you on Monday night when I saw you that I've been doing
Yeah.
my required reading. So, I have been reading like just by accident. I picked up one like theater memoir that happened to be about a gay man who grew up in like the 60s, 70s, 80s, lived in New York City, talked a lot about AIDS, and it was like really, and I was like, oh wow, I'm really like learning a lot about this like culture and history about gay men. And it's just sort of a
Yeah.
random thing I picked up. And then I got suggested another book. And I was like, oh, that's really good. And it's Harvey Feinstein. Feinstein. I don't know. I can never pronounce it right. But the one that talks like that. Anyway, but I just had
Yes.
read
Yeah.
literally the night before I had read um that he had been the first openly gay person to thank their partner in accepting a speech, like at the Tony Awards.
Really?
Yeah, in the
The
80s. But he
Tonys?
was, yeah. Well, I mean, in the 80s, it was hard. But like,
I
actually, it's
guess
really,
so.
so this is why it's really been like, sorry to sidetrack everybody here, but I think it's, like, really been, like, a weird, like, 6 weeks for me of getting into, like, reading to just it was so kind of just by happen, I was like, "Oh, that sounds good,"
Yeah.
and, "Oh, that sounds also good," like, I kind of just been on a theater kick. I've been listening to a lot of show tunes and then listening to these audiobooks, and I'm just like, "Oh, these are great." Um, but it's been really interesting to think about how far we've come, like he did a bit where he was talking about he went to go on a talk show and there was a woman there who was like a like dame of Hollywood, somebody who he had been in
Yeah.
love with, and thought was amazing, and he went to go see her in her dressing room, and she was like, "I'm not gonna stay around after I'm interviewed," and they were like, "Why?" And she was like, "The man after me is a homosexual, and he probably doesn't have AIDS, but I don't wanna catch it." Like,
Ew, what?
we're not that far away from that.
No. That's
Like,
so insane.
that was in the '90s.
Wow.
Like, it's like, I feel really horrible being like, "Did you know that they've had this really shit time?" But
Yeah, yeah.
it it is, like, pretty grim. So the fact that we're doing this and talking about this come a long way. Well done, boys. Um, but it's I think it just really opened uh
Yeah.
a big eye for me on that one. I was like, wow, like this is crazy. But it was just really funny that the night before I happened to be like doing my dishes, listening to my audiobook, and he was talking about how he had thanked his partner during his
Mm.
speech and how there was like a whole thing with the network and they were like, oh, and Johnny Carson that night mentioned in his speech, like his opening monologue, like mentioned that he had thanked his partner, like this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that was, and it was, I think it was 82 or 83. But
Okay.
um crazy that I happened to see that and then he thanked his partner in the I was like, "Oh my god, how weird is that?" But I really loved it. I loved that it felt like such good closure and I liked how they
Mm.
handled it. I liked how they were like, "Have you guys talked to it?" And he's like, "Yes." Oh my god, no, we have to get into it now. We just have to get into the boys cuz oh my god, I am obsessed. I have not got the love for them. Like the last episode, yes, maybe, but this
Yeah.
episode, I was like, oh my God, if they had been these two characters, I feel, but it was a progression. It's not like it just came out of nowhere. But at
You
the
have to
same
get
time,
there slowly.
I was like, the
Yeah.
fucking first episode, I was worried. I was like, I don't know. But now I'm like, oh my God, I love them. I love them so much. Both of them.
So
Even
happy.
Shane.
Even Shane. Oh, you have been called a Shane hater. Um,
Yes. But
no,
like,
what?
I
We
just
love
didn't like
Shane.
his I think he needed to grow up, and he has, and he's just so sweet. Oh my god. Okay, go on. Start your
Okay.
little.
All right. Okay. Okay. So okay. Scott and Kip. Yeah, we've discussed. So okay. So we start off then with Shane waiting for Ilya in the car at the airport and like drumming on the steering wheel because he's so nervous. Ilya comes up. I mean, looking like the bee's knees. Honestly, like guns out, backwards cap, sunglasses. Somebody just pointed out that, because he is a rage baiter, Ilya Rozanov, like professional rage baiter, is the cap that he's wearing when he turns, you can see it's a Boston Raiders cap. He's supposed to be incognito, and he's wearing a Boston Raiders cap.
Oh,
So it
but
says
that comes in
MLH on the side, and
that
then if
comes
you
in
turn,
later
you
with
can
the
see it.
t-shirt though.
It does, but he's not wearing the t-shirt out of the airport. He's wearing the hat. Um, Yeah, he's saying he's on a silent retreat, which totally breaks the ice because Ilya just bursts out laughing. He's like, it's the most ridiculous shame thing he's ever heard. I
Or
love
does he say
that.
that? Does that sound made up? Not when you say
Yeah,
it. Like, or
no, it
you would
would if
do
it was
that.
anyone but you. Yeah.
That's what it is.
They pull up to his cottage. You say cottage, I mean, in this country, we got cottage, we're thinking thatched roof and like the holiday, right? But no, it's like this all glass monolith.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
Let's
amazing.
discuss the topic of cottage, because
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I just think of a cottage as a holiday home. Like that would be kind of
Yes.
like
Okay,
I
okay,
would
just the overall cottage is holiday home.
Yeah, I think so.
Gotcha.
So when I grew up, there were a lot of people that had like a second house or like a holiday
Oh.
home, if you will, up in New Hampshire. And they would call them beach houses. So people would always be like, "Oh, we have a beach house, a beach house." That was always what it's. I mean, these beach houses, because you'd rent them like whatever. They're like very small, tiny little house. They're not like. I mean, some of them are
Mm,
big, but when I'm like, "Oh, a beach house," it's not necessarily a house on the beach.
yeah,
It's just a house at the beach.
gotcha.
Um, and at
Yeah.
varying levels of size and nearness to the beach. but, like, it would just be a beach house, and I feel like maybe they're using cottage in the same sense that we would just use beach house for, like, anything that was, like, away.
Yeah, that
Also,
makes sense.
how far is the cottage from his parents' house? Is it not just does he live with his parents full time and then the cottage is, like, his special place? I don't really get it.
No, he was living with his parents, I think, when his, like, collarbone was healing.
Okay.
They live 10 minutes away. So, it seems to be, like, 2 hours from the airport, but 10 minutes from his parents. Um, which even though he says he's at silent retreat, I would still be terrified that his parents were 10 minutes down the road. But anyway, we'll find out about that later. Um, there's a great bit where Shane carries Ilya's bags. He's like, I can carry my own bags. And that kind of gives us there's a lot of like mirroring, flashbacking kind of referencing in this episode, I think, to like close it off. But you get this bit where in episode 4, I want to no 5, beginning of 5, where Shane's flicking through his phone looking at all of the comments about him and Rose, and one of them says like, oh, he looks like he would carry her bags, her hopes and her dreams, or something like that. And then you get Shane being like, no, I'll carry your bags, I'll carry your bags. So it's like
Aw.
we call it like a little nod to that, like it's not Rose but it's Ilya who
Yeah.
carries the bags for.
That's actually really
um
sweet. I like that
it is
detail.
Also, I'm gonna get like film nerdy again, pop my hat on. um I don't know if you noticed, but it was all a one shot. So from coming out of the car into the house, taking off shoes, walking, and then Ilya going like to the window, looking out, Shane coming round the kitchen, round again, and then down the stairs onto the couch, and then all the talk on the couch is all a one shot.
I did not realize that. I have to watch that
It's
again.
amazingly done. It's amazingly done.
Yeah,
And I love a one
that's
shot.
tricky with all that moving as well.
So,
Um,
so tricky. And the thought that you think they're acting this entire time. Like it's not just like quick little scenes. This is a big scene with a lot of movement, a lot of technical stuff.
well,
Really well done.
I did write down the note that, um, I was sup I got a really good impression when they first walked in because it felt like every time they've moved into even when they first showed like Kip and Scott and they're in his house, there seems to always be this moment of like introducing us to the houses where they kind of view it a bit.
Mm.
Um, so
Yes,
I don't know if
yeah,
that's
you're
like
right. Yeah,
there's some sort of feeling about that, but every like new set, like we kind of have a moment
yeah,
of like,
yeah,
oh, um, and I got this feeling through all of them. It was that Ilya was always like, "Oh, this is impressive. Oh, yeah, this is really impressive. Oh, this is impressive." And then this time it felt like, "Oh, it's impressive, but I don't care. I could literally be in a cardboard box and I'd be happy." Like I don't know why, but I
yeah,
got that feeling where he's just like, "Yeah, this is really not, you know." Or maybe he let down that like he's always thought, "Oh, I could be in a cardboard box and I'd be happy." But this
yeah.
time he like let us see that.
I think also like he's just really happy to be in Shane's space. Like, 'cause he watched on the TV, didn't he, a couple of episodes back, and is watching his like cottage tour and
Yeah,
thinking like I'm there now. I'm where I was looking, where I kind of wanted to be, and I'm in his space, seeing his things, seeing his house. Like it's so sweet. And
to skip ahead on that actually, because now
yeah,
when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, he thinks that Shane's like a, it must be nice having a nice, pretty house or whatever kind of thing." And now I'm like, "Oh, it wasn't a jealousy. It was a I want to be there kind of jealousy, not a
yeah.
like, yeah, like because I was like, oh, he watched that, or was he gonna say something about his like stupid little like interview?" And I'm like, no, he doesn't say anything about his stupid little interview. Um,
Yeah. Because
But
he
there was
yeah, he just
it was really
yeah.
cute, the little, like, "You watched that?"
Yeah, you saw that? And his like voice cracks slightly, so friggin' cute. But yeah, because when he goes like, "Oh, your real estate fetish really paid off," and Shane's like, "Oh, I didn't buy this. I had it built." He's like, "Oh, I know." There's a little nod to like I've seen the VT, but obviously Shane did not catch it because he's so nervous. I don't that he bumps into basically every single piece of his own furniture. Also, he has his own well. Are you tired of your house being overrun with bottles of water? Do you hate having to find a wildlife reserve to dump all the empty bottles in? Then why not dig your own well? Impress your house guests with fresh water from your own well. No longer will you have to carry endless bottles from your car. Now you can carry them from your own well. dig your own well today and you'll receive a spare old phone charger, so you won't have to visit your son's house for the one you left behind, David.
I Yeah, alright.
He's so anxious. He's so worried. And he bought him Cokes, got
Yeah.
food. That was really cute. Um, and then he just
Well,
stands
I
there
like
waiting for Ilya to kiss him.
he also has a very, like, nervous sense of, like, "I've made this so that we don't have to leave and you can feel safe and secure here, and I've tried to make you as safe and as happy as possible." It's like
Yeah.
it's like bringing home a new puppy. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
"I've
yeah. Or
made
just
this so you have all
baby-proofing
the
the
things
house.
you need here. Please be happy in my space and my existence."
Yeah, please stay. Please stay. I don't
Yeah.
want you to go and need anything. And you get this conversation, obviously, Shane, who's got like this confidence that we saw from the last episode, when he finds out that Ilya hasn't been with anybody since the last time that they were together, and he's like, "Really? Really? I haven't either. Let's be honest about our feelings." And like, I know Ilya wants to be, and he's like, "I'll try. He'll
Mhm.
try." He really wants to be. You can see how much he wants to say something then, and but he's just so, he doesn't know how Shane's going to react, so he's so nervous he doesn't say anything, and then deflects, with a joke. Then Ilya gives him a slap on the bum when they go in in the bedroom. I saw that on a rewatch, and then him using like. Okay, people have said that it's a callback to the tunnel scene when he says, "Oh, I should learn Russian. You could teach me." So, and useful phrases like "yes, sir," and he's like floated the sir, being like, "I'm sorry, sir, we really like to accommodate you." And then, "No, I'm just a bellboy." I love this. The first time I think we've seen Shane just being really fun and silly. And I love
Yeah.
that. Oh, that was really lovely. You've got no notes.
I've got no notes. No, well, I have I'm like, we're getting very close to where my notes end, I think. I don't really
Okay,
have
all right.
Yeah, I, like, literally have, like, and the cardboard box, and then I really liked the meat and the burgers and the beer. But I can tell you, I know how I feel about everything else. You just keep telling me where to go. You keep telling
Okay,
me what we're
okay,
doing.
okay. Okay, we get another mirroring then. We get when they're making out on the bed. Shane does a little purr, so freaking cute, melts into the bed. But he goes to be like, "Oh, let me put the blinds down." And then he was like, "No, no, no," and puts them back up. He's like, "No, no, no." You get basically the exact same scene that you get in episode 1, which is the first time when they're in the hotel room and you've got Shane
Mm.
against the wall and you've got Ilya kissing him. And
Do you
it's
know what's
now,
funny?
yes,
I didn't write this down, but I saw that part and I went, "Oh my god, this is making me uncomfortable. Am I gonna have to skip?" And it's funny because that's the only time I really felt it there. Maybe I'm just really
mm,
uncomfortable with how close they were, like, in that space. I don't know what it is. It makes me
yeah.
uncomfortable. Maybe it's just because 'cause I'm just
Do you think also maybe it's
looking.
all the windows and you're worried about somebody seeing and it being that
No.
kind of plot
No,
point or
it's not
something?
that. No, it's not that.
Oh,
Because it was the only time is when it was that first kiss at the beginning where I was like, "I need to skip.
yeah,
This is just feels too intimate for me."
you're interrupting. You shouldn't be here.
Yeah, it feels too much for me. I don't know.
Which is
But also
a testament,
my
though, to their
my husband and
chemistry,
I
I think.
yeah, my husband and I had a conversation about. And I can tell you, I just might as well bring it up now, is that I said that when they say "I love you," they cry, and I was like, "Who does that?" And he's like, "I don't know, probably people who aren't dead inside like us." Probably. Weird, they're crying. Why are they crying?
Oh my god.
He's like,
Like,
"You're
people haven't been fighting it for, like, nearly 10 years. Um,
That's fair. But still,
yeah,
I was just like, I don't know, it's just weird to me. I'm not good at showing emotion like that to my husband. I'm like, "You know I care about you." Yeah.
you know I care, right?
We're not exactly the lovey-dovey type, so it's just
Yeah,
really weird.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, "Okay."
Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, so yeah, we get the mirroring of the first episode, and what it is basically like they started in the dark and now they're in the light, and that's the kind of reason he puts up
Oh.
the blinds. He's like, "I don't want the darkness anymore. I need the light, the daylight."
I got that he was like, "No, we should let people
Yeah,
see, like, you're not worried about it here. Like, stop
yeah.
trying to hide it."
And it's the exact same thing as well. It's the kissing and then Shane goes down. That's the exact same from the first one as well. So it's the same kind of sequence. Um, okay, so Yep, Shane making burgers. Shane making 8 burgers. What, you can't do maths? I'm also wearing I was like sitting there going, looking at my husband, going, "Isn't that Shane's shirt? Do you own Shane's shirt?" Apparently, yes, he does own the same flannel basically that Shane and then Ilya wear later in the episode. So I am rocking that today. There will be a later outfit reveal as well. But I was
Okay.
like, I have to wear this because it's my Cottage shirt now that I've stolen it from my husband. They're outside. It's the first time they've been outside. Um, and
Yeah,
then
I
when they're
I
in,
love seeing them so relaxed. I also just like seeing them. I know this is so weird, but I like seeing them like bro out. Like
yes, no, I like that
I like
too.
seeing them be like guys because they are jocks. At the end of the day, they're jocks, right? Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like seeing them be like just themselves because like
mm,
gay or not, it's I think it's also kind of saying something where it's like they are not gay first. They're athletes, they have personalities, they have interests, they have hobbies, they have these things, they also just happen to be gay. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. Or
And
they
I think
happen
that
to
a
love it.
lot of times yeah, and I think a lot of times or yes, sorry. Happen to be
Fire Ranger.
sorry.
I know you're
Sorry.
only generalizing. It's fine. It's fine. We
No,
forgive
no.
you.
I mean, they happen to be
Fair.
not hetero. But, like,
Yeah.
I feel like it is sometimes very easy to put, like, gay people in television in the, like, Will and Grace territory,
Yes. Yeah,
where
yeah. What
you are
is
like,
their personality?
you're either Will or you're Jack, and
Yeah.
Will is just, like, anal, like, "Oot toot toot toot," kinda whatever, and then Jack is
Yeah.
like, "Hello," and it's too much, and I feel like
Mm,
this is kind of nice to see to you guys just that this is what we like and this is also what we like and this is who we love and it's just nice. I don't know. I
yeah.
guess you just don't see a lot. I'm sure there's loads of that in real life. You just don't see a lot of it on television.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. This is very true. Well, you also get so Ilya's like trying to ask about Shane's parents. You can see that he's kind of
Yeah.
interested, and Shane kind of puffs it away, really, because I mean, McGill is out of town. Um, he's like, he really wants to know. He's like, that's where you get your freckles from, which you cannot tell. I've got a lovely HD camera today, but I actually did put freckles on, but you just can't see them because even though the HD camera is that good, it's not that good. But just know, listeners and watchers, just know there are freckles here on my normal freckles.
Ah, I did think you looked nice. I thought your hair down, but maybe it was just the freckles. I could kind of see those. I was like,
Just
oh,
it's just
she
the
looks
freckles
great.
and the webcam update. Yeah, because he says like, have you told them about you? It's have you told them? It's like, oh, about us. No, 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 about you. So I think I would have if. He's like, oh, this is my fault. And I do understand kind of like, yes, it's not his fault, but it is the reason why he's not told his parents because there's going to be follow up, right? Or they're going to start trying to hook him up with people, and he's going to be like, no, I'm not interested. Um,
Do you not think it's just a bit of an excuse though? Nosy.
yeah, but I think if you are in love with someone, you want to tell like the whole truth instead of just kind of half the truth. So I think it's
Yeah.
probably easier to keep the whole truth hidden rather than just give a little bit of it away.
Yeah.
But that might just be me kind of guessing at that. The next bit is what obviously a lot of people's favorite lines because we get them sitting in front of the fire. He's like, and I love like the line of Canada is fun. It's just like, shut up. We just sit here and look at it. Um, Ilya being jealous of Rose. You can see how jealous he is. He's like, I'm gay. He's like, so gay you can't fuck Rose Landry. Or he's still really pissed at that. Understandably so, but he's still like really harboring
Yeah.
from that a little bit.
Yeah. I I actually kind of like it though, in a sense that I think that he needed to know how much because Shane he always knew was going to be there, and the idea of Shane
Mm.
not being there probably
Mm.
pushed them together more.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he didn't
Yeah.
like that, and I don't think he knew how much he didn't like that until he saw it.
Yeah. Yeah. And the same with Shane. Like he knew how much he didn't want it when he then got it, kind of thing. Um, what the fuck was that? A loon? A what? That's like a wolf. So we get stupid Canadian wolf bird. which is amazing. I love that line so much. Um, and I don't know if you noticed that Shane did he did that bird call afterwards. That's a
Yeah.
bird call of a predator to the loon. So he's actually doing he's trying to protect Ilya. He's doing like the predator of the loon sound.
Oh, that's really cute. Like that.
But it's only like cute. This is the episode full of cute, isn't it? Because
It
every
is
other
cute.
episode you can say is like this one's cute. This was like heart eyes. Um, oh God. We find out about Ilya's mother. So obviously I'd already told you that his mother had died when he was 12 because we needed the significance of the door from the hotel room. But having him say it is
Right, we
quite
needed that.
sad. Yeah, it's sad. It's lovely though when he's just like, I didn't want you to think she was weak. She wasn't. She was fun and beautiful and so sad and
This is the first time he's been really emotional to
mm,
Shane in English.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah, you're right.
Like, this
Yeah.
is his first time really breaking down, right? Or not,
Mm.
like, really I don't know, I feel like maybe he has been, maybe I'm missing something, I don't feel it, but it feels like that was a really, like, big wall to drop.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, because Shane is still asking questions like, how's your brother? Have you spoken to him? So it helps him kind of be, and like sitting by the fire and lying on his lap, like playing with his hair. Like it's given him, like you said earlier, like the cottage has given him the ability to be able to, it's given him a safe space to be able to express his feelings and what he's thinking and stuff.
I was so jealous of them and their fire because I love the smell of a fire, and I was like, "How could you not wanna sit there?"
I just want to
Oh,
sit there. I want that.
also, circle way back because I just remembered I forgot to ask you, did you know what McGill was?
But I have since seen McGill, the school, do a TikTok with the sound of that and their ice hockey team. So I know it now. But no, I didn't
Oh,
know.
that's brilliant.
Is it very
Um,
prestigious then?
yeah, I mean, I don't know how accurate it is, but I once dated someone who was Canadian that told me that McGill was the Harvard of Canada. So
Ah, there you go. You
I've
heard of
always
it
had
first.
in my head that McGill was that, but I also knew the school because one of the people, Paige, I think it is from Degrassi, goes to McGill. But
Oh,
yeah, I know it is a. I know that every time I speak with Canadian people about school, McGill comes up. That's there you go.
okay, fair enough. Okay, so it's really, really well known then. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Um,
I was like, "Oh, I wonder if people like if he's just not knowing it because he's Russian or if it just people who don't live in North America don't know it."
no, we don't. Yeah, I never heard of it before in my life. Um, Go straight into the morning where they wake up together. Their first time, I mean, they've woken up together from like a nap, but they've never woken up in the morning together. And then Ilya says, I like you. I like you too. Oh, and then they're playing video games like boys.
Yeah, this is
And
what I mean, I love the broing, like, it's not them just
yeah,
being like it's not just like, "Oh, smut or
cuddling on
whatever."
the
It's
couch and being
like
lovey-dovey. Yeah.
yeah, it's like just guys being guys and just really cute together.
And also to note that he obviously has his arm on the cover of the fucking game, which is a brilliant line. But also Shane owns that game. People are, we think because it's the only picture of Ilya he's ever allowed to have. And so he has a picture of Ilya
Aw,
in his house. Really sweet and really
that
sad.
is really sweet.
Yeah.
Aw, that
I
is
think
like
Ilya
this
has like the best jokes in this episode.
oh my god, he's so funny. Like, he cracks me up in this. I laughed so much at this episode because of Ilya and
Yeah.
his jokes. And, like, he's just but Shane has his, like, moments as well. Okay, I will
Mm.
say that there would, like, literally one moment was the funniest thing I laughed at, which I will get to, and I'll say it was my funniest thing I
Mm.
laughed at, and one moment that I just went like, "Oh, no," and I nearly cried. I have not cried. Actually,
Okay, yeah, yeah, for that
I might have cried a little bit at the episode 3,
5.
but
Oh,
for the
3,
first
okay.
like, Shane and Ilya moment that I nearly dropped a tear. I'm dead inside, so I didn't. but
Takes a lot. So the
but
nearly dropping
but
a tear is
very
like a
close.
falling for me.
It is. It's
Like
yeah,
tears
it was
streaming
very
down my
intense.
face. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited to find out when that is.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we pivot. We go from them being lads to Hayden's calling, and you
Oh
get that
god.
scene.
Oh god.
I was thinking, like, probably is a little uncomfy during this scene. It's one of my favorites. Because honestly, Ilya's putting his work in just to be an absolute terror. But he's so
I
cute. He
mean,
puts his little chin on his knee, and he's just being a
that was
little
cute. That was cute.
menace. And how Hayden doesn't know anything after this is a miracle.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so uncomfortable for Hayden.
And then you get this like moment where it gets very serious, and because he's like, "Oh, why was that so hot? Oh, you like to be bad." It's like, that's not what this is. Like, it's not, maybe at the beginning, but it's not been like that for a long time. And it's this moment that hangs in the air of Shane being like, it's not that anymore. And then Ilya being like, "I see you love Hayden." He's like, "Oh, okay." And it just kills that dead. Because again, he's like not ready. We're
Yeah.
getting there very slowly, but he's still not ready. Oh, it
Yeah,
really
it's a
frustrates me.
really well written episode in the sense that you do feel, and well acted as well. You can feel a tension drop. I
Mm.
wonder if they filmed this in order.
I think this was the cottage was the last thing they filmed, yes. Yeah.
No, but I wonder if they filmed the episode in order
Always
as well, because I think
yes,
they may have, because it does feel very like slowly released.
So not all of them were set in order, but the cottage was filmed last. So it would have been the last thing that they'd filmed altogether.
Yeah.
Um,
You can
like I've
see a
seen
comfort
the
in it.
pictures. Yeah, yeah. And they look so much older. It's so wild. This was like 2 months, but they look so much older in this episode than they do in the first. Hats off to makeup and hair. Okay, so they're just chatting. They're kicking a football around the garden, doing like cute little couple activities, and then Ilya's like, "I'm not going to sign with Boston. Maybe a Canadian team." And then she's like, "Not Boston. Oh yeah, no. I wouldn't want you at Boston. Sorry, Montreal. Like I wouldn't want you there. No, like in the same room all the time. God, gross." um, and then I think it's like straight into oh no, we get this scene where they're on the couch and they're playing little footsie, and it's like, it's so coupley. It's like you're just sitting there on each other, you're on your socials, on your phones, but you're in the same room. Very couple coded. Like this
Yeah.
is a married couple we're watching right now. Um, this whole bit, Shane, so Hudson's performance in this whole section is fantastic. The way that he says so much just with his eyes and the look on his face of like this complete terror and upset and then elation, unbelievably amazing. I think that, like, I know you've not, you've not thought he's as good an actor as Connor. I really do think
No.
that this scene.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Okay. I
I'm not.
think
No. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not.
no.
It's subjective.
Yeah, I think, I mean, obviously doing an accent in talking and acting in Russian is obviously just technically, like, on a
Yeah.
technical perspective, yes, it is more talented. But Shane has won me over as a character, and Hudson as an actor. I don't know. There's definitely something more, but I think I've been struggling because I didn't really like the character, because I was like, I don't really understand him. I don't know what he's
Yeah.
thinking. I don't really get it. I don't understand why he is the way he is. It's just really strange to me. And now I'm like,
Mm,
okay, I kind of have a better understand. There was a really good payoff for that. But I think
it's
it was, I
yeah.
struggled, I think, to get it, because I was like,
Mm,
I don't really. But now I'm like,
yeah.
oh, okay, I see where a lot of it came from. I get that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, oh, I could marry Svetlana. She's American. It would be for the passport.
Oh my
So is that
god.
somebody you want to marry? Because it's this thing, and it's true. It's like, well, you like women, so you could just find a woman that you want to marry, and basically, like, you'd leave me because you'd find someone that you could be public with and open with and not have to hide, and it's a lot less work. And
Well, I have a question though. Couldn't they get married without people knowing it and still get the visas and stuff? Like, I mean,
I think that'd be a very hard thing to keep a secret if you've got to do government documents and
yeah, that's true
you've
as
got to
well.
go to a
Because I
courthouse and
because I
stuff
was
like
thinking
that.
to myself, like, I mean, if they did come out, he could have he could marry him and have a passport. Because I assume that Canada would recognize same-sex marriages in spouses and stuff, right? Like, I think we'd know if they didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think though that where Ilya is in his well, not so much in his career, but like if they came out, the theory is that they would both be fired from the NHL, or sorry, MLH. They'd be fired from the MLH, so therefore Ilya would no longer have a job, therefore his work visa wouldn't apply and he'd have to go back to Russia.
And then he could be
So
killed.
and then he could be imprisoned and yes, all these things. So I think the theory is it's just too scary to think about what would happen in that instance, that it would be easier for him to marry a woman than and not have to worry about, well, what happens if,
Yeah.
they don't register it or they don't recognize it or it's a fight or whatever, and then I lose my job and we can't get married or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
I think like it's a big thing, like to be like, we haven't even said I love you and like, yeah, let's get married.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So I can understand, and also Shane does think like it would be easier. Your life would be easier if you weren't with me. And of course, Shane is
I
very
mean
selfish in that way. He's just like, you go and live your life you want, and I'll be miserable alone, but at least you'll be happy, kind of thing.
mean,
Um,
I did marry my husband without ever having lived with him because we needed to sort out visa stuff. And we're like, yeah, we'll just get a divorce if it doesn't work
incriminating
out. It's fine.
yourself.
It's cool. I think that uh 14 years and two children later, I
Probably too
think
late.
we're
Yeah, it's probably too late.
yeah,
In this,
if you wanna come at me. See, it does work out though. You could just marry anybody. You just
yes,
make it
and
work.
That's the problem that Shane has, is thinking, I don't want you to. So yeah, then Ilya's like, I have this problem. What's the problem? I'm with all these women and they're surrounded by beautiful women. They're so sexy and fun. And all I can think about is this slow fucking hockey player with beautiful freckles and a weak backhand. And the way he says beautiful freckles, and then you see him go from like this panic and this just his eyes are tearing up to this so happy. I'm like, oh shit, he actually likes me. Like, I know he said he likes me, but like he actually likes me.
Yeah,
Um,
it I can remember from dating and early relationships and stuff, like, having these, like, sort of like, "Wait, do you like me as much as I like you? Are
yeah,
we okay? Like, is this a thing? Like, is this it?" Like, it gave me
yeah.
that feeling again.
Okay. Oh, okay. So then the sadness of, do you want that problem to go away? I don't ever want that problem to ever go away. In the book, there's one ever. Jacob adds a second ever, which I think really is poignant. We needed the second ever. It's just so well done. He's like, don't marry Svetlana. We can figure something else out, okay? And it's we can figure something else out as a team, as a couple, together we can figure it out. And I'm here to help you figure it out. Of course, he's up all night thinking about it. Is our baby Shane waking up, being like, my dear, okay. It's like, I just woke up. I'm Russian. Speaking words of English. What's going on? Start a charity. Let's play for you play for Ottawa. We're 2 hours apart all year round. One day when we both retire, we can be together for real. You really think that far ahead, Hollander? I do. About this. Um, it's basically him professing his love, really, without saying it, right? And then Ilya
Yeah.
starts crying and looks away, and Shane's like, "Don't look away. Look at me. I'm here with you. I'm your support system." And then he's cuddling him and telling him he loves him in Russian, because we already know this because we've heard him say it. So we can link the words and we know, okay. And then he's crying and he says, I love you. Did that take you by surprise by any? Because it took me by surprise the first time I watched it. Like, I knew it was
What, that he
coming,
said,
but I
"I
was like,
love you"?
yeah. I just went silent. I was like,
No, I don't think it took me by surprise. I think I did
mm,
go, "Oh, oh."
yeah.
Um, but I was so confused as to why they were crying, because it's just like, I don't I get
So
it.
yeah,
I
it's an
get it, like,
emotional release.
I'm just not the I'm just not that
I will cry enough for the both of us. I won't even bother putting a cry counter up this episode because it would just be the sign would be infinity.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, it'd be too much. It'd be too much. Yeah, I'm not good. I won't fun fact us. There's not really many fun facts in this episode, so we're all right. We're saved from the dings this week. But yes, when that happened, I knew it was coming. I knew they were going to say "I love you" kind of in my back of my head. But when he said it, I just gasped and I just didn't breathe because like, what happens now? And you can then see it register in Ilya, like, because Shane went, "Holy shit." And Ilya then registers like, "Oh, is he not going to say it back? I need to backpedal immediately. I need to hide this." And so he's like, and that's when Shane's like, "I love you too." And the relief, because obviously Ilya thought, "Oh no, I'm going to have to backpedal now and hide it," and then to be like, "Oh God, you love me too," and he just like falls onto Shane. It's just like, and then we get the sun rising, and it's this thing of, so remember I said in the last episode, you've got they were on the beach and the sun was setting, and we say, "Oh, that's the sun setting on their situationship," and this is the sun rising on their relationship. And you get one soul
That
plays,
is
which is it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. We get one song playing, which was the one I mentioned right at the end of the tunnel scene, the phone call. There was just a couple of
yeah.
opening notes. This is the full song now we get of him sitting on the rock and bringing coffee with I mean, I've seen people have that tattooed, like the silhouette of them, and I'm like I'm not getting it tattooed, but if I were. And then, of course, for me, I wrote down, and one of the best sex scenes, because it is a sex scenes of him being like, "Is this real? Yeah, this is real." And then Shane brings in every single move he has learned this entire season. We get fingers in mouth, we get peck grab, we get hair grab, all of the things that he has learned. We get face grab that he's learned in every single episode are just culminated in one, and we're so happy for Shane.
I
Oh,
think that now
it's
my
just
brain's just, like, completely turned off to it because I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, they did have sex there, didn't they? Oh, I don't remember it."
it's
I'm
such
not
a
paying attention
beautiful
to what they're
scene.
doing. I'm just like, "Okay, yeah." I'm just
And the sun is
I'm
shining
just
on them, and
I'm here for
just
the story. Do you know what I think this is?
I'm here for the sex and the story.
I think that I just watch stuff the way different than other people because, like, my husband and I will watch stuff and he'll be like he really likes, um I mean, I like superhero stuff here and there and stuff, but he really
Hmm.
likes, like, actiony stuff, and there'll be, like, a big fight scene or whatever. He's like, "You're not even looking up." And I'm like, "This isn't the stuff I care about. This isn't the stuff I care about.
Yeah,
I care about the story, I care about the people talking, but I don't care about the, like, fighting and all that, and I don't care about the sex." I'm just like, "I'm here for the." So I'm like, "Yeah, they did. Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that." But it doesn't, like,
yeah.
register as a.
What's your mother's name? Elena. Um, and then he says that they should name, like, I'm assuming that we should give money away to mental health charities, maybe name the foundation after her. Um, and that line of
That's
"She
it.
would have loved you like I love
That's
you."
it. That's it.
Is that what you cried?
When he said that he wanted to name it after his mom and do the mental
Yeah,
health charity, and that, like, my eyes were, like, glazed. I was like,
yeah.
"Oh,
Oh,
that's so sweet." I just
so
it, like,
sweet.
it just was so lovely. I am not gonna cry now, but that was the most touching thing. I was like, it
Mm,
didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like, because sometimes you're like,
mm,
"Oh, okay, well, that's a really easy thing to do." But it just was, I was like, "Oh, that's actually a really great idea." And I didn't see that coming. I didn't see, like, "Oh, we're gonna do a charity." I was like, "What kind of charity would they do for gays?" Like, what kind of that would be a really obvious one, wouldn't it? But no, that was like, that's such a good idea. That's so good. I really like that. That,
mm.
like, it made me feel, because I feel like a lot of times it would be a very obvious answer, and you'd be like, "Oh, they said they're gonna start a charity, and 2 episodes ago, he said his mom did it." You know what I mean? Like, you kinda would
Yeah,
put it together, but I did not see that coming, and I thought it was just so incredibly sweet, and it made me like Shane more, and then obviously just in turn Hudson as well.
yeah. Yes, good, 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 good. Yeah, "She would have loved you like I love you." Say it again in Russian, please. And I know it now as "Yeah, Tibiali Blue," and I just know it off the top of my head. I don't need to know any Russian, but there you go. Um, being all cute on the lake. Now it's like, now they've said it, right? They can just be themselves. So you've got like, how's the water splashing him? My phone could have been in my pocket.
Wasn't, you left
And
on
I,
the table.
and yes, foreshadowing. Um, one of the lines that me and my husband use a lot is "Give me kiss." We say that a lot. Give me kiss. And then if he says it to me, I go, "You're cold." Okay. We're getting to it now. We're getting to it. They come out to the house. Who is there looking for his phone charger? Fucking David. What are you doing, babe? When I saw the like silhouette, I was like, that's Hollander's dad. That's Hollander's dad. My heart just dropped. I
I
knew something like that had to happen, didn't
I
it?
literally went, "Oh shit, who's that? Is that his dad? That's dad. Oh my god." And I was like, "This is not good, not good."
No good,
And
no
then
good,
my
yeah.
and then I was really worried because I was like, "Oh, I hope that Alia doesn't find it offensive that Shane's upset." Because Shane was like, "This is bad." And I was like, "Oh, I hope
Mm,
he's not like it would be tropey for him to be like, 'What do you mean it's bad? Like you should be, like
yeah,
I don't know. I was
he
worried, but
understands.
we didn't have enough time for that. There was no time to play out that emotion, and I was glad because I
Yeah,
was like, that's a dumb emotion to not dumb, but you know what I mean? Like we're
yeah,
not there. That's not what we
not
need to
useful.
process in this.
Yeah, I
Just
think.
you get it.
Yeah,
You get it. You understand this
mm,
situation. You understand how it is with him and his parents, and even if his parents are probably going to be really cool with it,
mm.
still not exactly how you want to find out, is it?
Nope, nope. Especially Ilya as well. Like straight away, just like
Yeah. It all
you're
coming out
okay.
together.
No. Okay, well, yeah, you get Shane fully having a panic attack. He drives away, which I do understand, like why he does that. Because one, he's like, oh, I shouldn't be here. Like I'm interrupting something and I should not be here. I don't know how to deal with this. Obviously, is the person who deals with things, let's be honest. And David
Yeah.
is like works for the Treasury Board of Canada. So he's probably just like, I need to leave. I'm intruding. I shouldn't be here, and runs away. Um, a really sweet thing, total boyfriend mode of like him hugging Shane, being like, he's like, I'm scared. He's like, it's scary, but you're brave. Shut up. You're brave. And it's like, no, you are brave. You can do this. Do you want me to come with you? Like, yeah, that'd be great. Like, it's so nice that he doesn't back up. He's like, I will come with you. I will support you. Um,
Yeah. It is really good. Like they went from having no relationship to having a very strong relationship. I think it's because it
mm,
took so long to get there.
yeah, they've always wanted to be like this, but they've been holding back. So I think it's like, if I have the permission to go full force into this relationship, I'm going to. Uh, Ilya wearing a Boston Raiders t-shirt. I don't know. I play for Boston.
That line, they don't know I play for Boston. Dear Lord, I laughed. I had to stop it and go back because I was like, "Oh, what happened?" I got so distracted. I was cracking up. I don't know why that line just got me. So that is my tweet. So I had a really nice moment with Shane and Ilya. Just, I mean, to
Yeah,
be fair though, that he has some great ones, and he has some really
he
really
does.
lovely things in this next scene coming up as well. There's a lot of really like subtle but lovely things in the conversations that all of the characters have that I really really like.
Yeah, and obviously I've already worn my Boston Raiders shirt because I was gonna wear it for this last episode, but I ended up wearing it like one before because my dad went on eBay, and there we go. As you've seen it already. Uh, I'm also wearing. If I take the flannel off, I'm also wearing a Hollander jersey. My dad got
No, I did not
probably
see
from
that.
China.
Didn't see that. No, I thought you were gonna have your loon jumper.
No, oh yeah, I did knit a loon jumper, but no, it's too hot. No, no, no. I have an actual. I say actual, like it's got Hollander written on the back. It's not
Oh my
actual. It's
god.
very like like a kid's
Oh.
Captain America outfit. Like it's that fabric. But my dad bought it off of eBay, and he was so happy. So I am wearing it. It is quite. It's nice and big. It is quite fun to wear, to be honest. So there you go. There's my Hollander jersey that I cannot wear out, but I will wear around my house. Um. Okay.
Oh, that's funny. No, I did
Let's
not know you were wearing that. I genuinely thought you were gonna be like, and now I'm
amazing.
gonna change into my loon jumper. And I was like, okay, yeah.
Which would have
I
been great
watched
for
you.
this episode, but I ended up buying too much merch between the time I planned out my outfits to now. Okay, let's move
Here.
on. I want to keep us to time. Um, we'll skip over the car, but they go in the car. You see Hudson, like Shane, sorry, his eyes in the rearview mirror, and he's like really stressed. And you get Ilya grab his hands, and his eyes soften because he's like, he is his emotional support person. He's wearing his emotional support blue shirt as well, that he does to everything where he feels a little bit nervous.
Also, there's no mention of like the fact that they're now going to be going to his parents' house and walking in together where there are
Yeah,
neighbors and all. No one's saying anything about that. No one is like, "Oh shit, no, you come with me then we're in public." It's genuinely like,
yeah,
I'm coming with you. I will be there.
yeah. I'm gonna be there for you. Um, Also, I think that Ilya wants to be seen as well. I think he wants to be like, I want to be there because I want to be seen with you as well. Because I think
I think
he
he
wants
also
he wants to tell people. Like he is. I
Yeah,
do think that he wants them to know about him.
do you think there's a little bit of like he obviously could never have any type of that from his family and he wants to like
Mm,
be part of Shane's family because Shane does have such a lovely family as well. And it's been sprinkled
yeah,
in over time how nice his family and his relationship with his parents is.
yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think so. And like he's obviously pried earlier in the episode, being like, "What are they like? I want to know them," you know. But like for all of Ilya, thinking about Ilya, right, in episode two, where's the Vegas? Yes, two. In Vegas. And he's like open shirt and he's standing on the ledge and he's just looking like macho and gorgeous. And then you get baby doll Ilya just with his hands in front of him in his little Raiders shirt, standing behind Shane, being like all nervous. Just two different people. Don't know those people do not know each other. So cute little baby doll. And when Shay's like, I love, and a lot of people don't talk about this, and I don't understand why. But when Shane is like, I'm gay, and I was going to tell you, and this is Ilya Rozanov, but you already know that. The smile on his face, because he's so proud that it's Ilya, and he's just like, and it's also like kind of ridiculous. He's like, and I was like, Ilya Rozanov, you probably like, he's so that it's Ilya, and then he gets to show him off. Like, I
It's
nobody
like,
really mentions his little smile there.
is it like, oh, and I'm dating a celebrity?
Look at this guy. He's hot. Look at him. Yeah. I think it is. It's like, look who I'm gay, but like, look at who I got. God. Um, and and we're lovers.
Oh my god, the
No,
lovers
Ilya's a
thing
crush.
had me going. I was like, "Oh my god. No, don't say that. That's weird." Because that's my reaction to lots of things. The like, "No, don't say
Yeah,
that. That's weird. I don't like that." That is me. I was like, "Oh my god, yes, that thank you." Like,
you
don't
had a
say that.
lot more in
That's
common with
no.
Shane than you thought. How did this happen? The All-Star game. You had so much chemistry. It's like before then. I love that they actually told the truth as well. Like before that. Um, this is our rookie season, and I love Ilya again coming in and being like, no,
Don't complicate things.
such a little menace
Uh,
in this entire scene.
yeah, he is there was a bit though where the dad calls him Rosenoff and he's like, "Ilya."
Yes,
And I
Ilya.
really, really
Yeah.
liked that. There was, like,
Mm.
so much undertone to it. There was so much, like it was a really like, "No, you can call me Ilya." Like, that's sort of where we're at right now, and he's quite happy to say that. "No, no, please call me. You like,
Mm.
please use my name, and it's fine."
Yeah. Also, I do think Rosanov is like a persona. You know, Rosanov, you say Rosanov, you're talking about him as a hockey player. You say Ilya, you're talking
That's
about him as
true.
a person. So I think he's
That
like,
is
no, I'm a
true.
person in your home. I'm not the guy that you see out on the rink. So
Yeah. And actually, when you
yeah.
say that, all of a sudden, I'm like, "But I know." Like, no, I don't. Like, all of the hockey players I know, I just know their last names. I like that
Um,
he tells him what his name is. Really cute.
yes, that is really good. And then there are no nice men in Montreal. I know, probably the worst. Pouring Ilya a drink and he's insulting the man. So there's a great little corner show here, which is when he's eating the pasta. You know, he's like, put your fork down, we're talking. And then he's like, eats the pasta. He does a little dance. I don't know if you noticed, he does this little shoulder dance. That's
Oh,
Connor because he hasn't had carbs in like 4 months. Because Jacob has this real thing of like, if you're eating on screen, you're eating on screen. Like, we are actually eating food and it's edible food. So it's like probably quite nice pasta. And Connor's just so happy to be eating carbs. He just did a little dance. I love it every time. It makes me smile.
I know. I suppose that to have the bodies that they have, you can't really eat a lot of because they're not playing the
Mm.
hockey to burn the calories.
Yeah. They did a lot of working out together. Like they ate just pounds and pounds of ground beef and then just worked out. And like Hudson was saying that they'd be like all day on the ice practicing because they have to practice ice skating and they'd be dead and then Connor would be like, leg day? And you're like, what are you talking about? I'm dead. So yeah, they did a lot of gym together, and so I don't think they saw bread for a while. They probably still aren't seeing bread because they're beefing up for season 2. Um,
Hard work being
really,
an
then
actor.
it gets really sad now though because it's are you gonna do like you're gonna keep doing this in secret until you both retire, and then they look at each other and you know that like kind of Shane's waiting for Ilya to say something, Ilya's waiting for Shane to say something, and then I think it's Shane who says like yeah, and then Ilya goes yeah probably, and it's really and then yeah even Yuna's like no that's sad, and it is incredibly sad.
Yeah.
It's like well what else are we gonna do? And I think that's a horrible realization for both of them of being like, what are we going to do? Because this is like, at least they've got their feelings now out in the open, but now they're kind of stuck. Um,
Yeah, I mean, they hadn't really had the opportunity to leave their like they were still in their bubble, their cottage bubble. So actually it's
mm,
kind of nice that this conversation happened whilst this was going on. Because if they had like had this lovely time at the cottage and then had to be like, okay, bye, I'll see you next time. And then they had to start this all over again. I think
mm,
this needed to happen. This is
yeah,
actually a
yeah,
really good thing. Actually, I think it's a good thing that happened all over the board, especially with
yeah.
how they left it. But yeah, I really, really liked this. And I also, in the first episode, we see Shane's mom for like a split second, and you were like, we love her. And I was like, do we? Because like we hadn't really seen her. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, I gave it
and then
away.
and then was it like last episode or something, and she like knew that somebody was hurt and she like watched all this, and I was like, oh, maybe we just think she's like funny because she
Yeah,
could like tell from the distance that he was hurt, or that's what it was, he was hurt. And then like I was like, maybe that's what it
mm,
is. And then I was like, oh no, she's gonna find out, she's gonna be awesome because you said we love her. So you did give it
yeah,
away.
gave that game away a little bit for sure. She's like a pragmatic person, you know. She's just like, right, what are we doing? What's next? But before we get to that, we've got how you had you as a reputation of a ladies' man. He likes both. This lovely line of true, I've been with many women, but I've only ever been in love with one person.
I know, I loved that. There were a lot of times where I went, oh, oh,
Yeah. Same here, only
oh.
one. And then, of course, we get the mirroring from the first episode of the little feet touching under the table, because it's the same as the press conference in the first episode. I love that. And every time my husband goes, I like his shoes, really kills the moment. Um, that's the time when Una leaves and is like, I need some air. And she goes outside, and we get this really amazing conversation of how every parent should be when their child comes out, which is, you know, acceptance and love. And I've seen a lot of people watch this who just break down crying because it's the opposite of what they've experienced.
Yeah.
Um, and her being like, it's not your fault. Like, so when he says, I really did try, but I can't help it. Now, I originally read that as like, oh, you can't help being gay. But now that I've read on and stuff, I read that more of like, I couldn't help it loving Ilya. And
Yeah.
I kind of read it as like, I tried really hard. Like, I dated Rose. I tried really hard to not be with him. I tried to break up with him, but I couldn't do it. And I can't help it. I love him. And that's how I read that scene from him. you get Shane crying freely, because obviously we've had the whole series. He's never let a tear fall. He's welled up, but he's never let a tear fall. Though I forgot to mention that the first tear that we see, which we don't see on HBO because they darkened the entire show, thanks HBO, is Shane lets a tear go after the I love yous. You see the first tear fall from Shane, but it is so, I have had to watch it online with the brightness turned up. Like, people will turn the brightness up so you can see it, because unfortunately for some reason it's on Crave, it's fine. On HBO they darkened the entire show. I don't understand.
Weird.
Anyway, so now you're seeing him just letting tears fall. You're letting him feel his emotions for the first time in 10 years or something.
Who's with his mom?
Yeah. And he's just, the emotion is just like, it's finally gotten too much. And he's just being open about who he loves, and that's just beautiful. Yeah, Mum being the best. What's the plan? Oh, okay, so I missed it. Yeah, Ilya's little pasta dance. We just want a future. You have no loyalty to Boston. She's very serious about hockey. I see where you get it from. And then, so Shane's having like the worst day. Ilya's having the best day. It is actually mentioned later in the book, like, spoiler alert, not really spoiler, but like Shane being like, that was one of the worst days of my life, and Ilya's like, it's one of the best days of mine. He's basically gained a family, hasn't he? Like you mentioned before.
Yeah.
So he has, like, Shane has a panic attack. He's like, just panic, just give me a second. And Ilya goes to comfort him, and you can see his parents being like, oh, this is the Ilya that we don't see. This is the one who is able to comfort our child completely. And I think that's where they warm to him. Basically, that's where they're like, okay, yeah, you're all right. You're a good egg.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And he
I
says,
imagine that it's really difficult because obviously when you are in a like kind of hetero, sort of straight leg, you have like kind of little girlfriends, boyfriends when you're little, and then it kind of like
mm,
so your parents kind of watch the kind of people who you're attracted to, who you were friends with, who you're interested in, but where
mm,
he's been so closed off, his parents haven't seen the kind of people he's interested in dating. They're
yeah,
not seeing what he's attracted to, because
mm,
like you would kind of get an idea, right? Like
yes,
your
yeah,
kid, you'd see them kind of going from like crushes when they're 13 to when they're 25 and
mm,
being like, yeah, I could see the progression of who you've dated and what you've learned and what you've taken from that. But to see
yeah,
him in a relationship must be like really weird. They're like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, this is a totally different side of you that we're seeing.
yeah.
But obviously, he's
And the
like
whole, like,
a grown up.
yeah, and like the whole, like, no nice man in Montreal. They're thinking like a nice man, a nice, pleasant man, and you're like, it's Ilya Rozanov, and then you see, oh, he is a nice, pleasant man. Um, this beautiful, like, I gasped so freaking loud when he's like, your family is here, your boyfriend is here. Like, boyfriend? Oh my gosh, I should keel over. I
I
mean,
think
yes, I guess so,
I did have a
probably.
moment of sorry, did he just say boyfriend?
Did he
Did we
say
use
boyfriend?
boyfriend yet? Are we boyfriend? Boyfriend?
And then kissing
Boyfriend?
him in front of his parents, being like, yeah, your boyfriend. Oh god, so freaking cute. And then we get the song Bad Things starts, which I love that song. I think it fits perfectly here. And then they drive off into the, and you know how I said like last, no, they don't drive off, they don't go off on their white horses. I had to correct myself from saying they don't drive off into the sunset, because that's literally what they do. Um, but like the credits play over them just driving off into the sunset together, which is amazing. And you're just sitting in the back seat with them, just experiencing this with them, and they're just, this section was improvised. All the, like, because they're just sitting in a car and they're just driving, right? They've got our beautiful LED screen makes a comeback again.
Are you so now I get to ask you what you're looking forward to. Where do you want episode 1 of season 2 to pick up from? So you've read books, so you kind of have it's like a
I've read books. At the end of Heated Rivalry, the book, there is an epilogue called My Dinner with Hayden. And it's basically a very short story from Rachel Reed about Hayden coming over with his wife, Jackie, for a dinner party with Shane and Ilya. So if you haven't read the book and you want to read My Dinner with Hayden, just skip this bit, okay? Because I don't want to ruin anything for you. It's not a big spoiler or anything, but still. Um, Hayden hates Ilya with a passion. He knows that they're dating, but he hates Ilya still. And this is just this amazing short story of just Ilya rage baiting Hayden taking the bait and just winding him up all dinner. And Shane and Jackie are like, you two stop it right now. And it's really, really funny. I was just cackling. And so Rachel did say that Jacob is interested in introducing that into season 2, and I would love it to start with my dinner with Hayden. Like, I really, really.
Are we to assume then that Hayden is also fine with the gay stuff, just annoyed that it's Rosanov?
Yes, he's fine. He's even says to him, like, I don't mind that you're gay, it's fine, but did it have to be Rosanov? I hate that guy. So he's like, which it's frustrating, and I dislike Hayden a lot in that book because he is not accepting of Ilya, and obviously I love Ilya.
Yeah, but it is just it's the
yeah. There's a lot in the long game. It's gonna break everyone who, I'm not going to spoil anything, I'm just saying that the next book is incredibly heavy, like emotionally heavy.
Only just this second have I realized I have to watch season 2 of this.
We do.
Only just realized.
We watch it together.
Oh my god, are we gonna week to week it then? Will we week to week it?
Maybe we'll week to week it. Yeah, guys, come back in spring of 2027.
Also, really, really fun. Completely stupid. Not even that exciting to anyone but me. But the last episode of this aired on my birthday.
Ah, yes, of course. Too right. Yes. So yeah, there's going to be a lot. I just want to also say that, right? Did you watch the whole credits all the way through?
No, I didn't. Was I supposed
okay,
to?
because there's a bit that they left in at the end that is just Hudson, and he right at the end, just as like all of the like logos for the different companies are coming up, he grabs Connor's face and screams at him. And it's so funny. He just grabs him and just screams in his face, and then it cuts, and you're like, Jacob, you had to leave a bit of Hudson in there. It's so good.
I didn't. So they stay on the screen then through the whole thing.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that
I'm driving for like 2 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't. I was like, okay. I was like, no way, is that the end? Oh, it's the end. All right, and I just didn't think to keep watching because the credits came up, and your brain goes, okay, that's it then.
I sit
also
every time though because I sit in it.
Also, our listeners will be happy to know I'm in the group chat.
She's made it to the group chat, baby.
Which also, hilariously, I was like, oh my god, I'm in the group chat. And then I had this moment of every single group chat I am in, I have muted.
We're not overly active. We're okay. But we are. Yeah, the group chat's called.
I don't do group chat.
You're just gonna archive us. Yeah, the group chat's called Connie Baby Butt Baby, which I think is referenced in the interview that I sent you. If not, I'll find the clip of it.
I have 45 photos on my camera roll right now.
No, you don't.
Of different angles of your ass.
No, you don't.
The album is called Connie Baby.
Connie Baby Butt Baby.
It's really weird to be done with this. I actually feel very odd because I was talking with my I called my dad when I was with the kids and stuff, and I wanted to tell him, I was like, oh, I finished the hockey show, like I was like kind of excited about it, and then I was like, I don't think he cares. I don't.
Yeah.
Care. You talk to the children, it's fine, but I was like, I wanted to share the news. I was like, I finished it, and I'm like, no one cares that I finished it. No one's excited for me. I finished 6 episodes of television. People do that all the time. But because I've been watching it week to week and I've been talking about it and all this stuff, I'm like, wow, I feel like I've done something big. I haven't, but I feel like it. Feels quite emotional.
No, you have. In the Heated Rivalry world, you have. This is how I felt when I watched it and nobody else had watched it. And I say nobody as in nobody in my life had watched it. My husband hadn't watched it. My mum hadn't watched it. My parents have now finished it. I didn't have any friends. You hadn't watched it. Any friends had watched it. I kept telling my friends, hey, it's on Now TV. None of my friends have Now TV. So none of them have watched it. Even though I have like I have a Canadian friend. I was like, it's a Canadian hockey show. She's like, oh, I gotta watch it. It's on Now TV. I don't have that. I keep telling her to watch it. I had nobody. And that is why I joined a Patreon and stuff, and then evangelicized to everybody I know to watch it. This is why we are here. My hard work put us here.
Yes, I will say that you came to me in January and told me you'd been watching this show, and I was like, sounds great, never gonna watch it.
Little did you know I would be cosplaying only several months later. Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm so happy. Like, we've completed the show, and I'm so happy that we got here and that we were able to take this side quest. And thank you so much, Kate, for being open to watching this and for keeping an open mind, even when you're like, this is a bit much for me, and I'm not sure about it, and I'm not sure if I like it. And I really appreciate that you stuck with it and you didn't just go, nah, let's just not continue. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
When I commit to something, I commit to it. But also, do you want to tell them what we're gonna do next?
Oh no, you do it. I've done hosting duties now.
That's true. Oh my god, I have been feeling so out of control. The like control freak in me, who has written scripts and worked out like the outline of everything. I've just been okay. I'm just gonna sit back. And feeling like kind of worthless.
Just notes.
Yeah, no. But yes, so we are gonna do our next subsection of seasons. So our next season will be movie musicals. It had to happen.
You're so happy.
I'm so happy because like I probably could have held out. I could have held out on movie musicals, but after a season of Heated Rivalry.
Well, this is also a switch because it went from me being like, oh my god, this is amazing, and you being like, okay, sure, to you now being, oh my god, musicals are amazing, and I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a whole list. We've got a whole list of season topics, and we can just either spin a wheel, or we can see how we feel, or see where the mood takes us, or we can put up a poll and people can pick the seasons. I don't mind.
Yes.
Yes, but we have
or even
the things. I don't want to give them away though, but there's some real fun ones. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, definitely. I am really excited, and there's so many things that we can come back to time and time again. There are loads. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are so many movies and TV shows out there, guys.
There's so many, and so many different types. Oh my god, we just keep going. We just keep going and giving you our opinions, even though you don't want them.
I am very excited, and I want to thank everyone who has listened, who has stuck with us, who has found us new and wants to go back. Don't necessarily have to listen to all the early stuff. We got better. But thank you. I'm like, we really found our flow after a while, and when I go back and listen to the old ones, I'm like, oh man, we were noobs. But yeah, no, it's
start somewhere.
Yeah, we have really curated this and turned this into like a really wonderful thing that we're very proud of, and thank you everyone for sticking with us, and everyone that's new, nice to meet you. That's it.
Stick with us. It's a lot of fun here. Okay, well let's sign off because I'm hoping I've got to cut this episode down and I don't want to cut too much. So let's say that we shall see you. So we're taking a break because I'm going on holiday.
Yeah, and it's half term
with my toddler. I'm terrified. And it's half term. So we're taking a little break for half term. And then we'll be back, I think, in 2 weeks, after this comes out. Around about 2 weeks. Okay, so guys, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Hang on in there. I'll still keep posting on the socials. So check the socials. I got so much scheduled. I put a lot of effort into these.
You do. You are like one man band here. You are really fantastic.
One man band on the socials. So please have a look and enjoy. There's some in-jokes in there and stuff. We shall see you when we return for movie musicals. So like, subscribe, do all the things, and leave us comments on Spotify. I didn't know that was a thing, but there you go. Samsung Podcast, love you. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Bye.